everyone! My name is Aileen R from ncma Batch 8 Extension, and today I am going to talk about the 10 qualities of a good caregiver. But before we go to that, I would like to brief you about who a caregiver is. A caregiver is a professional who is trained to provide the utmost care required by a patient in need. He is the one who always there for the patient 24/7. The patient can always rely on him for any kind of physical or emotional care he needs. So now that we know a caregiver is, let's proceed to talk about the 10 qualities of a good caregiver must possess in order to provide the best care. Number 1, patience. Patience is the capability of a person to remain calm and composed while waiting for the outcome of any activity. For example, if a patient is longer time to get up from bed because he is ill and have a hands very slow, the caregiver must have the patience to wait for him with a smiling face. Number 2, cheery demeanor. Cheery demeanor is being happy, cheerful, having a smiling face, and being humble always. For example, if the patient is really very sick and needs the extra care, the caregiver must always face the patient with a smiling face and a friendly attitude. Number 3, multitasking. A capability of a person to perform multiple tasks at the same time for proper time management. For example, keep chatting with the patient while checking his blood pressure. This way, you are doing 2 things at the same time. You are keeping the patient engaged by talking to him while checking his BP at the same time. Number 4, being able to think quickly. A caregiver is expected to think and act fast in any situation of the patient in that particular moment. For example, if the patient is having difficulty in breathing, the caregiver must think quickly and act fast in the situation. He must call the doctor and start acting on providing the necessary aid to the patient. Number 5, punctuality. A caregiver is expected to have perfect time management skills. He should be capable of doing everything right on the expected time. For example, a caregiver must provide the required medication to the patient right on the time every day. Number 6, willingness to learn. A caregiver must accept learning to be a continuous process and must have the willingness to keep on learning more and more every passing day. For example, if caregiver is providing care to a diabetic patient, he must quickly learn how to inject insulin to the patient on a daily basis. Number 7, being a good listener. The most important aspect of a two-way communication is listening. A caregiver should be patient enough to listen very carefully what the patient is trying to convey. For example, if the caregiver is providing care to a patient with Alzheimer, he should have the capability to listen carefully to the patient as he will tend to talk a lot and ask various doubts very frequently to the caregiver. Number 8, kindness and empathy. Being kind to the patient must be top priority of any caregiver. He must show empathy to the patient's sufferings as like his own family. For example, while providing care to the physically disabled patient, the caregiver must show utmost empathy towards the patient's disability. Number 9, willingness to go the extra mile. A caregiver must have the willingness to go to any extent in order to provide the required help or support to the patient. Going that extra mile will provide a lot of confidence boost for the patient towards the caregiver. For example, if required, the caregiver must work even on holidays to provide the extra care needed by a patient. Number 10, being able to take the responsibility. A caregiver must take ownership of the task assigned to him and must be responsible as all the times to take care of the patient. If the caregiver is providing care to a diabetic patient who takes medicines multiple times in a day, the caregiver must own the responsibility of providing him medication at the very correct time every single day. So those were the 10 qualities a caregiver must possess. Once again, I am Aileen R, signing off from NCMA Patch 8 Extension. Thank you for watching.
Hi everyone, this is Aileen R, training from NCMA Batch 8 Extension, Malaysia. Our topic for today about 10 qualities of a good caregiver by my own opinion. Number 1. Patient. Being a caregiver, we need a long patient, especially sa ating mga pasyente. Most of them got eldernesses disease like Alzheimer. Kailangan talaga nila ng aruga at nakakaunawa sa kanila. So, mahalaga talaga na may mahaba kang pasensya sa mga ganitong trabaho dahil di maiwasang maging moody ang ating mga pasyente. Number 2. Charity minor. Ang charity minor, napakahalaga. Lagi nating tandaan whatever happened, we wear a happy face to the patient. Example, may personal problem tayo. We need to keep for ourselves. Di natin pwedeng dalhin sa work ang personal problem natin. We should that we always in a good mood to the patient. So, yung ating mga pasyente, magkakaroon sila ng good vibes dahil nakita nila tayo na laging nakangiti. Number 3, multitasking. Ang multitasking, more than one ang kaya mong gawin. Example, tapos ka na sa gawain nakatukas sa'yo, pero may extra time ka pa, so pwede ka pang gumawa ng ibang gawain. We have to more flexible. Number 4, being able to think quickly. Dapat lagi tayong nakafocus. Lagi nating tandaan ang mga natutunan for emergency. So, any emergency happen, you know what to do automatically. Number 5, punctuality. Napakahalaga ang pagiging maaga at may disiplina sa sarili. Example, you have appointment or papasok sa work, you must come early. So, may extra time ka pa, no need rushing. Ganyan kahalaga ang punctuality. Number 6, willingness to learn. Magpursige at ipakita mo na interesado ka sa ginagawa mo. For example, na-curious ka sa mga bagay-bagay na nakikita mo. So, pag-aaralan mo yun. You desire to learn a new things. Number 7, being a good listener. We need to listen carefully kung ano yung instruction na ibibigay sa atin ng relatives ng ating mga pasyente, especially the doctor's advice for the patient. So, lagi nating tandaan kung ano ang dapat gawin para maiwasan ang pagkakamali. Number 8, kindness and empathy. Pagbibigay malasakit sa ating mga pasyente. Di maiwasan ng ating mga pasyente maka-feel sila ng loneliness, nalulungkot sila. So, dapat natin silang i-comfort and we treat like a family. Kausapin natin sila, pasayahin. Nang sa ganun, hindi sila maka-feel ng lungkot. Lagi natin silang batiin, kamustahin. Number 9, willingness to go extra mile. For example, yung pasyente natin gustong maglakad-lakad sa park or may appointment siya sa doktor, without hesitate, we accompany for our patient wherever they go. Number 10, being able to take responsibility. Ang responsibility, napakahalaga at nakakaibat na sa atin dahil ito ang pinili nating job. So, we need to know what is our responsibilities being a good caregiver. Lagi nating isapuso lahat ng ating gawain. Alamin natin ang dapat at hindi dapat for safety sa ating mga pasyente because that was our responsibilities. And that's all for 10 qualities of a good caregiver. Thank you!
A caregiver is a person who is responsible for the physical and emotional support for those people who can take care of themselves.
Hi, I'm Monneth, student trainee of ncma Malaysia, Batch 8 Extension. Today, I'm going to discuss to you the 10 qualities of a good caregiver. Number 1, patience. Patience is having the ability to keep doing something without being annoyed. It's not easy to take care of adults. Older people may take a long time to perform their daily tasks, depending on their cognitive diagnosis. It may require the different level and type of communication. Number 2, cheery demeanor. Cheery demeanor is a cheerful behavior towards others. A cheerful attitude makes whatever you are going through is easy to bear. Some patients are angry, depressed, or frustrated every day. But seeing you in the positive attitude can brighten their situation and help them feel good. Number 3, multitasking. Multitasking is the act or skill of managing more than one task at once. It applies by helping with activities of daily living such as grocery shopping, preparing meals, cleaning, bathing, and managing medical care of the patients. Number 4, being able to think quickly. Inclined to make sensible decisions very quickly and especially in a dangerous or difficult situation. As a caregiver, staying calm will ensure that your patient also remains calm. Instead of reacting to the change in plans with panic, a great caregiver will quickly and effectively create a new idea and carry it on seamlessly. Number 5, punctuality. Punctuality is a characteristic of being able to complete a required task at designated time. As a caregiver, when you are late for your shift with other caregivers, patients, or patients' family who value their time, you will have wasted their most valuable asset. Valuing others' time is earning their respect, an important part of your individual reputation. Number 6, willingness to learn. Willingness to learn is desire to acquire a new knowledge. Situation will arise to the patient that you may never encounter, and it presents the opportunity to approach care in a new way. It's best to have an enthusiastic attitude towards a new experience. Number 7, being a good listener. Being a good listener is paying attention to the speaker and acknowledge the message. Active listening, responding appropriately to patients' needs, and number 8, kindness and empathy. Kindness and empathy is the ability to understand and share someone else's feelings to the extent of imagining the other person is thinking and feeling and respond it with care. Expressing kindness and empathy to the patients help build their trust and improve health outcomes. Number 9, willingness to go extra miles. Willingness to go extra miles is not only the willingness to make the special effort to do, but also you are willing to assign in far places but not to the extent that you are not happy or comfortable. Number 10, being able to take responsibility. Being able to take responsibility not only for yourself, for your family, but most especially taking the responsibility to your patients. And that is the 10 good qualities of a caregiver.
Good day, everyone. This is Mary Ann from ncma Batch 8, Station Malaysia. Our topic for today is the 10 types of qualities of a good caregiver. But before that, I will tell you the meaning of caregiver, on my own opinion. Caregiver is someone who takes care of a person who is young or of people who are ill or cannot provide for their own needs. Now, let's proceed the 10 types of qualities of a good caregiver. Number 1. Patient. As a caregiver, you need to have a long patience for any kinds of situation. For example, you want to give medicine to your patient, but she don't want to take that she complaining. You must help a patient to talk to her slowly and to say to her that is for her to feel better. Number 2. Carry the manure. It means even if you are tired from whole day work, you will to be a professional doing your tasks, your work with a smiling face. Multitasking. It means not about only the patient is your work. You need to do also everything that connected to your patient. Being able to think quickly. You're always attentive and alert for whatever situation you may encounter. So you must think quickly so you will know what to do in dealing with your patient. Punctuality. Always on the go, always on time on your working place. If you will be late or absent, you must inform and tell your boss ahead of the time that you're gonna be late or absent with valid reason. Willingness to learn means you're interested to learn more and add more knowledge. Being a good listener means if you really want to know everything or understand, you must need to listen properly. Kindness and empathy. Being good to your patient is showing them love and care. Willingness to go extra miles means you are willing to go wherever your patient goes. Some example, your patient want to go to hospital to do checkup or anything, you must follow to them because it's your job to take care of them whatever happen. Being able to take responsibility means whatever situation you have, even it's bad, you still can handle your job well. That is the 10 types of the caregiver.
Hi, I'm May Matalaba from ncma student training here in Malaysia. Today I'm going to tell you the 10 qualities of a good caregiver, but first I will give you a hint what caregiver meaning is. Caregiver is a person who is capable in taking good care of an elderly ill patients. So let's proceed to the 10 qualities of a good caregiver. First, patience, meaning pagpapasensya. When dealing with an elderly, it is essential for the caregivers to be more patient. Yes po, kailangan po nating mapasensya Dahil ang ating pong mga inag-alagaan ay mga may sakit at medyo matatanda na. So, moody na po sila. So, kailangan natin sobrang haba ng pasensya. Number 2, charity minor. Having or showing a good mood or a happy face. Yes, means we always been cheerful and happy. We always have to bear our smile. Whatever our problems at home, we cannot bring it in our workplace. That's what we call professionalism. So, yung problema natin sa bahay lang yun. Leave it at home, not in our workplace. Number 3, multitasking. Yes, dealing with one more work all at the same time. Yes, meaning kaya nating gawin more than sa isang task all at the same time. So, kaya natin yun, diba? Number 4, being able to think quickly. Yes, it is also ties into planning, problem solving, and being able to focus. Means you always have presence of mind to stay focused in every bad situation. Like, being attentive, ganun. For example, to your patient, he show a sign na he's running out of breath. So automatically, you know what to do. At least the basic first aid. Number 5, punctuality. It is a habit of completing tasks on time, our works on time. It is an etiquette which encourages us to complete our works on time. Means in everything we do, we must discipline ourselves to get the job done on time. And also, if we have other appointment, we need to come always ahead of that time. Number 6, willingness to learn. It is a desire to acquire new knowledge and development. Means, you open up your mind to certain new things at dapat din interesado ka sa mga bagay na dapat mo pang matutunan. Number 7, being a good listener. Fosters meaningful relationship with those around you. Means, we need to listen to those relatives ng mga pasyente natin. Yung mga habilin nila, yung mga dapat at hindi dapat nating gawin. You have to take note of that. At syempre, sa doktor ng ating mga pasyente. So that hindi tayo magkakamali. Number 8, kindness and empathy. This is needed in our everyday life, especially when interacting with others. This will help you exhibit kind, loving behavior of our patients. Means, pagbibigay malasakit sa ating pasyente. For example, if we see them crying, we know how to comfort them. It's like treating them like a real family member. Number 9, willingness to go extra mile. This is willing to make a special effort to do. Means, willingness to accompany your patients for a grocery shopping, for appointment to the doctor, for a walk in the park, ganun. Anywhere, you have to accompany your patient. Number 10, being able to take responsibility. Empowers you with the ability to be accountable for your own behavior, to think critically, perform well with juries, and handle big and small tasks with ease. Meaning, accepting your job, you must already know your responsibility. You are accountable in each of your actions. Alam mo na ang dapat at hindi dapat mong gawin. Dapat maging tutok tayo sa ating mga trabaho at maging responsable. And that's for all. Thank you!